welcome back to my channel. Thanks for subscribing. We are going to kick off a lot more long videos where you guys can watch me cook and see how much fun I have in this kitchen. So today we're making garlic Parmesan macaroni. Look how good and cheesy that is, y'all. It's so good, so cheesy. There is so many different ways to make macaroni. If you have my cookbooks, I make it so many different ways. Here's one. So first you're gonna grab your Gruyère cheese and grate that up. I use this cheese grater that I linked in my TikTok, so grab you one. I also use mozzarella, and the trick for grating mozzarella easily is to freeze it for about 10 minutes or so, freezer, then it will grate so easy, just like this. I also used Parmesan cheese, but before using the Parmesan cheese, here's a good thing about this cheese grater. You can simply just change the blades like I did here. Easily change the blades and grate up that Parmesan cheese if you want to make it a little finer. Now the trick to making a good cheese sauce is a roux. Now the story behind a food content creator, apparently I was not recording. So I am so sorry, guys, but I do have this video in different variations in my shorts, so go check that out, and also on Instagram. But for the roux, you're simply going to start with 3 teaspoons of butter and 3 teaspoons of flour and season that. Then I added in 1 can of evaporated milk and about 16 ounces of heavy cream. After that, I went ahead and mixed. Now for this next step is the Parmesan Crusted Chicken. I recommend that you marinate your chicken the night before. I use some Badia complete seasoning, some Montreal chicken seasoning, about 1 teaspoon each of these. I also use my signature seasoning, soul seasoning, a little bit of Cajun, and garlic lemon pepper. Once you mix all these together, my signature seasonings are also linked in my bio. Cajun seasoning is the only seasoning that we carry that has salt content. Our soul seasoning and garlic lemon pepper, along with Taco Tuesday, has no salt, so you can layer those up and make it so flavorful. Next, you're going to add a little bit of olive oil to your bowl with your chicken and seasonings, and then a little bit of Worcestershire and some ranch. Here I just used 2 different kinds of ranch that I had in my refrigerator, and then you want to just go ahead and mix that all up to get ready to marinate it. Now you can marinate for about 30 minutes to overnight. I would say the longer you marinate, the better, of course. Now for the seasonings, I only used about 1 teaspoon each of each seasoning, and then I would say maybe like a 1/3 cup of ranch dressing for these chicken breasts, along with about a tablespoon of olive oil. Now I just grabbed me a hefty Ziploc bag and added my chicken to the Ziploc bag to prepare to marinate to get back to my macaroni and cheese. So I definitely recommend that you do this step first. When you're making any type of chicken that you want to marinate, do this the night before if you can. It's a lot easier, and you will have the most flavorful protein or whatever you marinate by letting it sit longer, overnight preferably. Okay, now we're ready for the fridge. Let's get this all cleaned up and go ahead and work on our sauce. For the sauce, you're gonna grab 1/3 cup of ranch dressing, store-bought or make your own, and then about 3 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. And then I put in some provolone cheese, about 4 slices of cheese that I just cubed up. And then you're going to get ready to mince your garlic. Set that aside and put it in the refrigerator. Now let's get back to this garlic Parmesan macaroni and cheese. I grabbed 4 cloves of garlic, peeled them, and then minced them up as small as possible using a knife. There's so many other things and gadgets that you can use to mince your garlic, but I just went ahead and chopped it fine, as fine as I can get it using my knife. I also saw a different hack about how to peel the garlic as well, by microwaving it for about 30 seconds. I haven't tried that yet. So we're gonna grab a pan and pan sear our chicken. I cooked this chicken for about 8 minutes, probably about 8 to 10 minutes. As you see, it's portion controlled or thin cut chicken breast. I like to use the individually wrapped chicken breast simply because it's just the perfect portion without having to split them, because they would be a little too thick for this dish. So about like 4 minutes each side. Then you're going to get a flip, and you notice that you get this nice, beautiful brown color from that ranch marinade. And I put a little bit of avocado oil in the skillet. So go ahead and flip them all over, and then you're going to let these cook about another 4 minutes on this side. So you have a total of about 8 to 10 minutes when cooking your thin cut chicken breast. Next, we're going to remove them and work on our broccoli. I just grabbed some broccoli crowns and cut them up. I added them right to that pan that juicy chicken came out of, y'all. So we're getting all the flavors in this dish today. Then I added about 2 teaspoons of soul seasoning. Again, you can layer this up because there is no salt in soul seasoning. Add some garlic and onion powder as well. You can also add a little salt if you need some, but I just added a little bit of garlic and herb, buttery garlic and herb by Kinder's, and then I used 1 teaspoon of salted butter. Back to our chicken, I melted 2 tablespoons of butter and got some panko crumbs in there. Remember that sauce that we made earlier that we put in the refrigerator? Well, now you're gonna add that, the ranch sauce, right to the top of your chicken, and just put a nice amount on each piece. I personally think I had way too much on each piece, but remember that cheese is going to melt down. And then we're going to top it with those breadcrumbs that we just made, those panko crumbs. I poured about 1/3 cup of panko crumbs in that melted butter, and then I just topped it right on top of my ranch, provolone, and grated Parmesan mixture. So I let it on the wire rack at first, but then I decided that I had so much sauce, so it would have made more sense to just put it in the pan so that it's not all falling down on the bottom of the wire rack. Here are those nice buttery panko crumbs going right on top, getting ready for the oven. I put it on about 450 for about 10 minutes until it was golden brown. And load these up. These buttery panko crumbs is going to absolutely complete this dish, y'all. Added a little bit of garlic and herb seasoning right on top, right before it went into the oven. Don't forget to go and check on that broccoli as well. Don't forget it's over there cooking, and broccoli does not take that long to cook. All right, now the chicken is ready for the oven, and here's the macaroni and cheese, y'all. Now, again, the life of a content creator. So I did not get to record the mac and cheese. I did not realize that I was not recording, but you guys saw the cheese sauce. All you have to do is go ahead and add that macaroni with the cheese sauce and the rest of those cheeses in a bowl. Mix it all up and then put it into your baking dish and cover with the rest of that cheese, and you have a meal.